So first things first is I wanted to show you how to do your makeup using drugstore makeup, because there's a lot of YouTubers that I've been seeing that they've been buying like $1,000 products, and if you're like me, you don't have enough money for that. So today I'm just going to show you how you can do your makeup and look like you have $1,000 makeup on, but really you're using dollar store and drugstore makeup. So if you want to figure out how you can do that, just keep watching. So first things first, you're going to need primer. I already primed my face. I might put a little bit more on my eyes, but this is basically just, it keeps the eyeshadow on. It'll keep your makeup from fading away. This is Milani Prime Perfection. I got it from Walgreens for only a couple of dollars, and it works. Okay, so after that, what I use for foundation is I use CoverGirl. I usually like to use e.l.f. products. Those are my favorite drugstore foundation products, but I use CoverGirl True Blend. And usually I used to not like CoverGirl, but I got this at the dollar store one day, and I decided this works really freaking good. So I definitely recommend CoverGirl if you're gonna get any kind of drugstore makeup. But I do really like e.l.f. We're gonna use a beauty blender, and we're just gonna put this on my face. I usually use just one squirt per cheek, like 1.5 squirts, and just rub that on there. Get my mirror. And when I use the foundation with the beauty blender, I kind of drag it a little bit. Like I dab, and then I drag it just a little bit, just to spread it around so that it's not thick, because you really don't need that much. And you see how I can kind of spread it around my face, so you don't really need as much as you think that you would. Already looking pretty good. To me. Next I'm going to be using e.l.f. concealer. I got this from Walgreens for only about, I think, around $3. And I think it works very good too. It doesn't give you like that huge whitening effect that most concealers do, and it just doesn't look good, and you're just like, oh, it's powdery. This is more like a dewy. It's very dewy, and what I do is I just draw circles all the way out to the corner of my eye, and I do it on both sides. And then I'll blend that out with a beauty blender. My lighting isn't the best because I'm using a phone, but it looks way better. I do like to do the tea. I'll just do V. Everybody has their own different ways. And I'll just put a line across it. I'll kind of go down with it. It kind of brings my face together when it's all done. And I'll do one down here too. A little V. Okay, and it's not dry. It's not dry at all. It's more dewy than anything. It's e.l.f.'s lightweight concealer, and it goes up like this, and you can kind of make it go higher with the little spin thing. I really like this concealer. It's my favorite concealer. And then what I like to do is I like to go over everything with a brush. I got this from Walmart, and everything that I have here is cruelty free. They're synthetic brushes. This one, I've been using it for quite a while, and I really like it. I got a whole set of these brushes for about $20 at Walmart, so it's very affordable, and I just like to go over the concealer and just everything. I'm not sure if it makes a difference, but I think that it does. It kind of just smooths everything out to me. I really just think the Beauty Blender does that for me, but trust in the brushes too. So next I'll take this brush. It's a brush that I use for my bronzer, and it has a little curve to it. And I really like this one. It's kind of glittery. It's got like little glitters in it. And I'll take my bronzer. I got this one from my mom, but it's CoverGirl True Blend bronzer. And when it's been used a lot, but when you take the lid off, it's definitely been used. It doesn't look very pretty, but it works. It works. And it doesn't show up quite well on camera, but, and I think I have a darker bronzer that might show up a little bit better on camera, but it does blend out the face if you can't tell. But she said that was about $2 at the dollar store, so very affordable. Next I'll be doing my eyebrows, and it doesn't have a name on it, but I'm pretty sure it's CoverGirl. It's just brown eyebrow pencil. It used to have a brush on it, but it broke off. So I'll just go in like this near the corners. I don't use a lot. I barely use any. I just don't like the dark eyebrows or the super perfect fake looking eyebrows, because the less makeup you use, the better. But I think if you even out all of your makeup products in the right way, you can have that perfect Sephora or Huda or whatever you use look without having to cake your face or do perfect everything that they want you to do. So you can be pretty in your unique own way without having to spend too much money or having too much makeup on that you don't like. So this is also CoverGirl, but this is an empty mascara thing. I just use the brush off of it to brush out my eyebrows. So now we're going to go in for eyeshadow, and I was thinking of doing like a pink gold brown look today. I got this for $4 at the dollar store. It's LA Colors. It's 16 color palette. I really like this one, and the way it opens kind of opens like this. They're very beautiful. And I'm thinking I'll be using these 3 colors right here for the look today. I'll do a little swatch. This pink, right, we're gonna go in with this pink right here. It shows up very shimmering on there. For $4, I think this is a very good makeup. It's kind of glossy and glittery. And then we'll go in with the gold that we'll be using too. And the brown. The brown is very, very dark. A little chunky. So, what I like to do is see if we can get a little bit of color off these brushes. So we're gonna go in using an eyeshadow brush. I have no idea what the size name is, but it doesn't matter, does it? Just go in with a little bit of it right here. Right here. I think it's a very beautiful pink. It's kind of like a white, but in person it does look very pink. Got a little bit more better lining and seeing if you can tell a little bit of difference. We'll just do the other eye. I think these colors show up very well for a $4 makeup palette, because I've bought a $10 palette from Walmart, and as soon as the eyeshadows, they're very pretty, but as soon as I put them on, not even 30 minutes later, they're already faded. These have stayed on for hours and hours out of the day, all the way in for, I'd say, about 8 hours. They stay on for about 8 to 10 hours. The color, it stays on just as I put it on all day long. So I really like this eyeshadow palette. I just bought it too, but I've been using it for about a week now, and I really enjoy it. So next we'll go in with this brown color. You can see that one here. And they look glittery, and they are shimmery when you put them on your eye, but they don't have huge glitter chunks like a lot of makeups do. But I think it looks very pretty. Get my mirror. Kind of just go along the crease here. Okay. And then the other eye. And it might look a little sloppy at first, but at the end I like to go back over everything with concealer again, and it'll just kind of shape out. So I don't really worry about the shape right now of the eyeshadow. You kind of just slap it on, but kind of make sure you get this how you want it and stuff, and blend it in, and then when you'll go around it and you'll shape it out and fix everything. So then I'll go in with the brush that it came with, and I'll go in with the gold. And just go on the inner corners here. and it kind of gives you that, I don't know, I really like that kind of elf, kind of shimmery look in the corner of the eye. A lot of people do not like that. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. And my background fell down, but I had to put it back up. Okay, so where were we? We were going in with the gold. Just put it on the inner corners of your eye. So what I like to do is I'll go back over with the pink, because I used my brush already. I'll just go back over it with my fingers. Everybody's like, oh my god, she's using her fingers. Well, I think the best tool you can have is your fingers sometimes. I just think this makeup is it's very beautiful. Every color that I've gotten, every color that I use, every style that I play with out of this palette has been freaking beautiful, beautiful. The colors are pigmented. You don't get the color and then you put it on and it's a totally different color, or it's not as bright as it shows up on the palette. Every color on this palette shows up exactly how you see it. Like, it's beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I definitely love it. I also have another brush from a different palette. I have no idea where it's from. It's a very old palette. It's called Eyes Profusion Pro Eyeshadow Case Smoky. It's been used for quite a while. I don't really use this palette anymore, but I do use the brushes that are in it. And let's see here, we're going with the brown. And I do use the mirror off of it though. And we'll just go back in with this smaller brush and go back over everything, over the brown. And we'll do a little under eye. Weird, like, I don't go too dark when I do that because I just feel like it makes you look like you kind of have bags under your eyes. So what I'll do is, to fix this mess that we have going on, we'll take the e.l.f. concealer and we'll put this, and this also helps for your eyebrows too. I learned this trick from a James Charles video. He puts the concealer right here under his eyebrow. So not only does this help your eyebrow, but if you keep going with it and you do that, you go a little bit inside, you can shape how you want your eyeshadow to be too. So if you've gone too big, you're like, oh, I made too big of a circle, you can blend it out and corner it out, make it smaller. You can always add more concealer. There's never enough. Around a little bit. So the next thing that I went in with, I've done my eyeliner and my mascara. I went in with, I got this for $1. It is LA Colors, the same as the eyeshadow palette. Got it for $1 at the dollar store. And then I went in with Wet n Wild's Mega Volume mascara, and it does give you mega volume, and it's not clunky. It's freaking amazing. I got falsies one time and it was $7, and I tell you what, this beats it tenfold. It beats it 100 times more. It's so much better. It's not clunky at all. Lots of volume. Love it. So then what we'll do next is we'll go in with another LA's Color product, lip gloss clear. I got this for $2 at the dollar store. And I think that these products show up so well to be from the dollar store. And if I bring you over to the light, you can really just see how well these products really do work. How I didn't have to spend hundreds of dollars to look pretty. Just goes to show you don't have to break your bank. You don't have to spend a crap ton of money. There are some influence palettes that I really want to get, but they've been out for months and I just can't afford them. But I watch YouTube tutorials and I'm always like, oh man, that looks so pretty, but I can't buy that. So I mean, I'll never get that look. So I'll just buy dollar store products that look similar, and I get pretty much 9 out of 10 the same look. I really wish I could show you how well they show up, but my camera isn't that great either. But I just think it's very beautiful. Horrible lighting in a car, but there you go. You go in with the white sparkly color and you dot it on your eyes like this. You won't have to buy those highlighters that you put right here. You can literally get the same effect from a dollar store glitter color and have the cute little fairy little dots on your face. So there you go. That's my video. I hope you liked it. I think it's pretty. Cost $9 for all those, for pretty much half those products that I got. So thank you for watching. I think it's cute. Horrible lighting. Like and subscribe for more drugstore beauty.